अच्छा मो जान नहीं
किंतु मु जबे आसली टीसी नै कि रेभेन्सा रु सेबे अशोक सर आ बबी मैम गले।
हां अशोक गले से गले जे अभी जो टेक्नोलॉजी कहां से कौन
सीआईटी
टेक्नोलॉजी
सीईटी
टेक्नोलॉजी सीआईटी
सेंट्रल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी।
हां छठी हमर अछन जे जॉइन सेक्रेटरी बेहरा अमरेंद्र बेहरा केंद्रीय प्रधान कर अमरेंद्र बेहरा
आज्ञा सर।
Should we start the session? It is already 5:20.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good evening to you all. Again, I welcome you to the evening session.
Good evening.
Good
If you
evening,
just
sir.
good evening. If you just recall the yesterday discussion or last discussion, where we have talked about the first unit of block 2, leadership behavior. Basically, leadership is a kind of interpersonal influence which is exercised in a situation and directed towards the attainment of specific goal. So the attainment of the goal necessitates a kind of leader. That means when a leader is there with certain skills, that man can give the direction so that we can achieve the goal. And in that context, we have discussed there we are three basic concepts, factors related to the leadership. One is your support or influence. The leader should influence. If a member of the group in the organization does not work properly, then it is the duty of the leader to motivate, to energize through his personal example, through the use of different techniques. Once the members of the organization have been supported, then each member will make his or her effort, endeavor from the within. There is no need of putting imposition. So therefore, voluntarily the members will work. So when due to the support of the leader, which develops voluntary effort among the group members, then it is possible to achieve the goal of the organization. In that context, it is necessary to understand that every leader requires certain skills. So, in which context, which skills are to be developed, and which skills are not appropriate in a particular situation, that the leader can know when the knowledge of leadership style is known to the leader. So therefore, it is necessary to discuss the different leadership styles which can enable the leader to make use of the style to lead the situation so as to achieve the goal of the organization. So let us discuss the different leadership styles or styles of leadership which have been discussed. These leadership styles have been discussed in Unit 6, Block 2, Unit 6, page 23 in your SIM. Now, you know that it is because of the leaders that something happens in the organization. So therefore, leaders are considered as the agents of change. And therefore, to become an effective leader, they are required to, the leader is required to equipped with different skills which may enable the leader to realize the goal of the organization. Teachers are considered as the leaders. Teachers as leaders are individuals who are able to channelize the teaching learning process. So this is what the teacher can do as a leader. So channelizing the teaching learning process. For example, what is channelizing the teaching learning process? There are many activities. For example, what method you follow, how to motivate the learners, those who are not motivated, interested in learning process. What are the techniques to be used for attending the individual attention? What are the procedures to be adopted for looking at the general mass? So like that. So this is your channelizing or leading the teaching learning process to make it more meaningful and interesting. Therefore, the teacher should become a good leader. And to become a good leader, you have to have different skills, and the different styles of leadership can prescribe what are the different skills that are required. So again, it by 6.3, page 24, leadership has been talked about already. I have told you. Just I will tell one sentence. Leadership. What is leadership? Leadership is defined as an influencing process. Definitely, it is the ability of the leader which can help the people to get influenced. So, influencing ability of somebody makes somebody a good leader. That is the ability of the leader. When the leader is defined as the changing, influencing process, the leaders motivate the members of an organization because you are influencing, so that the members are motivated to get their best effort and achieve organizational objectives. Ultimately, the goal of organization is to be achieved. Uh, Bolman and Deal have suggested that when people are asked what is leadership, the answer is given in these categories. Number one, ability to get others to do what you want. As a leader, you are using power. You are a leader. You want this should happen. So therefore, you are using your power, and people are doing. This is what is leadership. Second is motivate people to get things done, mostly through persuasion, no imposition. So this is the best technique to be used by a leader. What is technique? Persuasion, conviction, making the people understand why they are doing what is they are doing. If something wrong goes, the leader should not act like a policeman. Rather, become a friend, become friendly, then try to sort out if there is some problem. So through persuasion. Another, provide a vision. Sometimes the members are working, and if some of the stakeholders ask, Mr. Group members, what are you doing? If the answer is like this, the answer is that our head or our manager has said like this, we are doing. We don't know what for we are doing. No, you must have vision. That means you must have the answer. This is the reason for which we are doing. Rationale. You must say, this is the motto of our doing. So vision. But that means a futuristic, what is the effect of that doing? Leadership is facilitation. Facilitating the process of working conditions so that people can work together. For example, enabling the people to work cooperatively, enabling the people not to have a vision like that. Then empower people to do what they want. So sometimes you want that I am not able to do this. I have no ability. When you talk with the leader for the help, the leader should come forward. Yes, let me tell you how to do this. That is, you have the ability to move the group. You empower, you give insight, you give input to the members working in the group. Now, characteristics, 6.4, characteristics of an ideal leader. So what makes the leader an ideal? Bhagavad Gita, it has been talked about from that. So these are the qualities. I will not talk in detail. For example, fearlessness, purity of heart, steadfastness in knowledge and yoga, alms giving, control of senses, sacrifice, study of scriptures, austerity, and straightforwardness. So these are the, beside that also, harmlessness, truth, absence of anger, renunciation, peacefulness, absence of crookedness. What is man? Dishonesty. Be honest. Compassion towards beings, uncovetous, that is showing strong desire to possess. Sometimes the leaders, they do not have the desire to have much to possess. No, less possessive. Then gentlemanliness, modesty, absence, then fickleness. Sometimes they are not constant, they are not always changing in their decision. No, the leader should not be fickle. very constant, very tolerant, like that. So these are the different characteristics of an ideal leader, not a good leader, ideal leader. Now, against this context, let us discuss the different styles of leadership. So one of the styles of leadership is your laissez-faire style or delegative style. Yeah, delegating power. Laissez-faire style or delegative. What is this? What is the meaning of laissez-faire? It is the leadership style that gives no continuous feedback or supervision because the employees are highly experienced. When the leader feels that the members who are working in the organization for the achievement of goal, they are highly experienced, they are highly educative, so there is no need of supervision, they can manage themselves. There is less supervision, little supervision. That is what is your laissez-faire. This type of style is also associated with the leaders that do not lead at all. The leader is not leading, failing in supervision, and resulting in the lack of control, higher costs, bad services, and failure to meet deadlines. For example, if in a political party, let us take the example. In a political party, if all the members of the political party are more competent and all claim that I will be the prime minister, not Modi or not, if some like that, then who will be the prime minister? Nobody is caring for anybody. So one must be selected who must have the ability to influence others, command over the group. So similarly, if the leader is not considering and supervising the different activities of the members of the group, definitely it is nobody's work. So everybody feel none of business. Hey, this is not my business. Had there been one leader, okay, my members, the leader feels my members are quite experienced, but quite knowledgeable, but they require some kind of direction. So in a very mature way, the leader can say, all right, I understand you are all experienced, you are as good as me, but we are working in a group condition. Our target is like that. We want to achieve this. So please, this is a time restriction. Within this time framework, we have to complete the work. So some kind of supervision is required, direction is required. But in case of laissez-faire style, it is not there. As a result, there is no control. So there is the services are failure. So therefore, it may affect the achievement of the goal of the organization. Another is bureaucratic. Bureaucratic style. Now, our IS officers are bureaucrats. The bureaucratic leader is very structured. These are different. Structure and follow the procedures as they had been established. Already, our rules, regulations are established. Only the bureaucrats, they follow. This type of leadership has no space to explore new ways. Only whatever has been told to do, now we proceed along that. Nothing, something new or no novel thing is to be done. Therefore, leaders ensure that all the steps had been followed prior to sending it to the next level of authority. So only the work is that let the steps should be followed, let the procedure be followed. Leaders try to speed up the process, and therefore, when the leader tries to speed up the activity, sometimes the workers, sometimes the members of the group feel frustrated. Oh, he is giving much emphasis on how to get the things accomplished. So nothing, something related to our problem. So there is frustration. But in a very structured way, the things are done. Another is charismatic style. So first is your laissez-faire, second is your bureaucratic style, third type of leadership style is your charismatic style. Giving encouragement, enthusiasm, feeling the everybody, every member is something estimated very high. So what is this? The charismatic leader leads by infusing energy and eagerness into the team members. Every team member, if it is pumped, if motivated, then they will participate. This type of leader has to be committed to the organization for the long run. So therefore, the charismatic leadership style try to make the group members very active, energetic, and when this is happening, then they can continue to work for a long time till the completion of the work, till the achievement of the goal of the organization. Then another type of style is autocratic style. This is also another style of leadership. In case of autocratic leadership, the leader has been given the power to take decision, having total authority. Sometimes you must have seen either the principal or the headmaster of the school, principal of the college, vice chancellor of the university, something like they don't listen to anybody. Yes, what I say we follow. This is autocratic, one power man. This leadership style is good for employees that needs close supervision to perform certain things. So therefore, when the members they want some kind of close supervision, then this is okay. Otherwise, it is not. Educational institutions do not prefer and reject this type of. So in case of educational institution, autocratic leadership is not most preferred. Why? Because at the school level, the teachers are quite experienced, quite creative, intelligent. So similarly, the situation in case of college. So sometimes they want to experiment, sometimes they want to innovate. If that opportunity is not provided, the teachers may resemble, they reject. So therefore, they do not want this kind of in educational institution. This kind of style is not very effective. Then another is your democratic or participative style. For example, long days back, still we accept, but I do not accept. Lincoln said, democracy is for the people, by the people, of the people. It is for the people, no problem. But from the educational point of view, democracy is an attitude. Attitude for what? Attitude for the development of a Ramrajya, where all people will participate. So therefore, it was Gandhiji. So the book is On to the Last. On to the last means let us go to the last. Whenever, for example, what for we are planning? We plan for the social development. We plan, for example, KBK, Ondibate, Kolahandi, Korapur, Balangir. Because in those days, those areas where the districts were not developed. So there was a central scheme, special scheme for the development of these three districts. So therefore, we have to pay some special attention to make the people participative in the process. So democracy gives fairness, that is equity, to work according to your ability. So therefore, there are different principles. For example, the principle of this is most important, principle of respecting individual dignity, equality, freedom, cooperation, friendliness, then tolerance, for example. Most important is your respecting individual dignity. The leader must feel that I am a human being. My workers are human beings. I must behave like a human being. I must treat them as a human being, so that the objectives of the goal of the organization can be achieved. Not that I am vice chancellor of the university, I can behave like anything else to the professors or assistant professor. No, I am the principal. I can do any undo through my colleague. No, it is not like that. Let them participate. Let them share. the decision should be made in a consensus way. So whenever there is a problem at the institutional level, then we can discuss in a group. Then a common agreement can be made on the basis of the free flow of the ideas of the member. This is not my father's property. So therefore, Gandhiji said, on to the last. Whenever you are planning for the welfare of the people, let us think about the people who are at the last of society. Who are the last of the society? Poor people, downtrodden, have not. So we must look at them. But what happens? Our planning is top down, from the top, from the Delhi. You are sitting, you are all big people, you are sitting in an air-conditioned room and making planning. Who are planning about Koraput? Who are planning about Balangiri? Who are planning about Kolandi? Those who have no experience of these areas. No. Better let us get involvement of the grass root level worker. People, those who have understanding of these districts, so that they can say what are the problems of the areas. Similarly, if at the institutional level some decision is to make, then the decisions should be made by the team member. Therefore, team member contributes to the final decision and thus increase the satisfaction and ownership by their members. When we are all involved, then we feeling developed. When we feeling developed, we feel this is our task, this is ours. Ownership is more happen. Ownership is taken up. When the headmaster says, no, it should be done like this, then you say, oh, let the headmaster say like this, why should I get involved? No. So ownership can be developed through participation. Another is your people-oriented style. So people is more important. People-oriented leader is the one that in order to comply with effectiveness and efficiency, support, train and develop his personnel, increasing job satisfaction and genuine interest to do good job. That means those members, those people who are working in the group, we must see what are the satisfaction they require so that they can do their best towards the job. So their job satisfaction, their interest, their motivation, their service conditions. For example, you are working as a teacher, I am working as a teacher, we have the headmaster. I am working as a Shiksha Sahayak, you are working as a regular teacher. You are getting full salary, I am getting some less, too less salary. But whatever you are working, I am working. So therefore, naturally, some kind of feeling will come. In that context, the leader will tell, oh, okay, do something. So after some days, you will be regular, no problem. But till the regularization, you should work hard, nothing will go waste. Anyhow, so people means people who are working in the group for the achievement of the objective of the organization, team. Then task-oriented style. Task is important. Whether people are suffering, sometimes you must have seen the teacher is saying, sir, headmistress, I am feeling not easy. Did the headmaster say, no, go for CL? So I have no CL. Rather, the head can say, the leader can say, okay, no problem, I will manage. Then that will give a sense of satisfaction. But sometimes the leader is, no, my task is important. Let the course be completed, whether you are suffering from fever, whether you are attending your brother's marriage, something like that. No, I don't bother. But no. Here, task-oriented leaders are those who focus on the job. You do your job, get the things done. This is my all about. This is the story about, nothing more, nothing less. So, and concentrate on the specific task assigned to each employee to reach the goal accomplishment. The head says, this is our target. So just like your corporate, just like your company. The company says, by February, this is the target, this much of amount should be raised, 5 crore, 7 crore. Just like railway. Just before the budget, November, December, January, the railway, they know that in the budget, railway, the minister can declare that this much of fund we want from railway. So therefore, dhara dhari habo ki without ticket dharibe, fine pokebe, but not before that, because they have been given the task to give this much of amount to the central government as a source of from the source of railway. So therefore, task oriented. Then another style is servant style. Servant style. What is this? A servant leader is the leader that facilitates goal accomplishment by giving its team members what they need in order to be productive. So that it is just opposite of task oriented. In case of task oriented, task is important, people are not oriented, people are not important. Here, the leader is working as a servant. How, for example, as a servant, it serves the different conditions, different problems of the, whatever the members of the group they want, in the context of, not personal, in the context of the achievement of goal. Then whatever the team members require, the need, those needs are to be attended to, so that the members can be engaged in a productive way, in a constructive way. Because they will feel that my leader is taking my care. Why not I take care of my leader? So that kind of attachment comes. So therefore, it is an instrument employees uses to reach the goal. So it is a kind of tool which is used by weapon used by the leader to facilitate the process of the goal accomplishment. Another style is your transaction style. A transaction leader has the power given to a certain person to perform certain tasks and reward or punish for the team's performance. It gives the opportunity to manager to lead the group, and the group agrees to follow. That means there are different members in the group. Every member of the group is assigned some task individually. When the individual tasks are fulfilled, then it will lead to the group work, group accomplishment. So therefore, if the individual is not doing the task assigned to him or her, he will be punished. Or if he has done in time or before time, he will be rewarded. So therefore, that way, power is given to the leader to evaluate. That means here the leader is to see, to evaluate, to make judgment about the individual functioning, how each individual is contributing toward the accomplishment of the goal. If somebody is not, for example, you are given the task to complete within 15 days, and after 15 days you are coming and saying, sir, no, sir, I will take extra 15 days. Now the leader can say, why not you tell me before 10 days? I could have made some alternate arrangement. So you will be punished like that. Then another is your the environment style. Environment style. The environment leader is one who nurtures group or organize an environment. Here, the environment of the institution, organization, maybe bank, maybe industry, maybe school, maybe college, maybe university, to affect the emotional and psychological perception of an individual, the place in that group organization. That means when the people are working, they are working in a particular context, in a particular organization. The emotion, the sentiments, the perception, the psychology of the people, if it is not positive, nothing something effective, nothing something great will happen. For example, you are a teacher, you have been told to complete the course by the month of May. You are coming and you are talking nonsense, something like that, and when the students lodge complaint against you before the vice chancellor or head, then the inspection goes on. Then you said you get angry, and someday you come, all right, I will complete the course. Within 5 days, yes, I have completed the course. No, it is not like that. The satisfaction, you are teaching to whom? Not to the not to the walls, not to the bricks, not to the fence, the human being. So touch them, touch their heart. So therefore, you should see in what manner I should teach so that the students will understand and successfully I will complete the course and it will bring a good name to my institution, organization. So therefore, the kind of you must understand the you means the leader. The leader must understand the group dynamics, how the people group dynamics, how the people working in a group changes their behavior. What is the feeling of the members in a group situation? Therefore, the leader uses the psychology and complementary language to influence direction through the members of the inspired group to do what is required for the benefit. So here it has been told complementary language. It could have been told language. No, complementary means very good. So, sir, for example, you have assigned a work to a particular teacher. Now you are going, sir, you have been assigned this task. Have you completed? Sir, before 2 days I have completed. Please see. Thank you very much. I am proud of compliment. I am proud of you. You are really an asset to my school, to my college. I am proud of you. Tell me, what can I do for you? You have done so complementary language. Another is the situation style. The situation style. The situation leader is the leader that uses different leadership styles depending on the situation. For example, now we know that license affair, people oriented, democratic, servant style, transaction style, transparent style, another is your environmental style. Now, which style will be required? For example, you find that I have forgotten here transformation style. A transformation leader is the one who motivates his or her team to be effective and efficient. Communication is the best. That means well communicated. What is the problem? You interact, exchange your ideas as a leader with your members so that the job can be done better. That is how you are bringing transformation. That means nothing was happening. Now it is happening. It is because of your motivational talk, something like the interaction, your encouragement, your communication, like that. Now, in case of situation style, this is the last style. Why? We have talked about 11, so far as 11 type of styles. It is there. Now, which style? You cannot use all the style in all context. It depends upon the situation. For example, you are the leader in the school, headmaster. Some of the teachers, they are not obeying you. Then can any of you tell me what leadership style will be used in that context, in that situation? Anyone?
Sir, question down.
For example, you are the headmaster, you are the leader. Some of the teachers, in spite of your persuasion, in spite of your saying, they do not take care of. Then autocratic. You can say, all right, I have told you many times, you are not taking care of, you do not pay heed. You are very careless. So I will stop your salary. You are not regular in class. You are sometimes you are not taking classes with full preparation. The students are not happy. So I have told you many times, but you are not taking care. So I will write for your transfer, or I can stop your increment, or any financial improvement. So therefore, this is autocratic. When you find, for example, that is the situation. For example, you find that the people are very working hard. They are very cooperative. They try their best, participative or transformational. So therefore, it has been given in the diagram figure 6.1 different leadership styles. So like bureaucratic, charismatic, autocratic, transaction, situation, environment, people-oriented, task-oriented, servant leader, transformation, laissez-faire. All the different styles, they are to be used as and when you feel that this is the most befitting way. For example, ସାପ ଫଁ ଫଁ କରୁଛି ତାକୁ ଦେଖ ଗେଲ କରିବ ଯେ ତମ ଚୋଟ ମାରିବନି ବାଡିଟା ଉଠେଇକି ତାକୁ ପିଟିବ। Similarly, there are some members in the organization, they are doing like the snake, they are sounding, doing nothing. So now you can say it is high time, despite my all persuasions, these 2 or 3, not all, they are creating problem for which my institution gets bad name. So now it is high time to take action. So therefore sometimes you can take, no, not people oriented, rather it is your bureaucratic or laissez-faire, like that, or autocratic. Now with this background, let us come to leadership style in relation to vis-a-vis, means in relation to educational institution. That is more important. Those who are working, forget about the industry, corporate sector. Our target is, because we are all the people related to education, how to manage our educational institution, whose style will be more preferred. So therefore leadership in education system have, leaders in the education system have the ability to transform the system. We want some kind of transformation by using innovative ideas, innovative methods, by encouraging the members of the group to participate in the system, like that. Generally, leaders in the education system can set the pattern and guide the outcomes. How to get the outcome, performance, or the goal. So you have to give a system, set pattern. You have to show the example. You have to give the framework, guide education programs, and rely on the shared decision. You must, when you have assigned the work to different people, they are working in a cooperative manner, you should believe the shared decision. Oh, this has been done on the basis of consensus. Give common understanding to common purpose and goal. Give common understanding to common purposes, and that means you should make it common that this is our purpose for which we are together. Our togetherness is the reason behind the togetherness is like this. So we must work like that. So this is our common, this is not our private property. Give common understanding. Then produce cohesive, without which cooperation is impossible. That means we must try, as a leader, the leader must try his or her best effort to make all the people get entangled, get together. So that is product cohesiveness. Then communicate with all concerned personnel with a sense of mutual understanding and mutual loyalty. So that is more important. Whenever you are working in the group, mutually you must be one. Not that you are a science teacher, I am an art teacher, you are an art teacher, or you are a physical education. No, we are all group members. Forget about this branding. Then generate enthusiasm for the project. All right, because unless the enthusiasm is generated, you cannot sustain your work. The persistency may be affected. Sometimes the leader must be observing what is going on. Resolve different. Sometimes there may be different opinion. You say something as a member, I say something as a member. So when you say I am adamant, I understand this. You say, oh no, I understand this. Then nothing will happen. There will be some kind of misunderstanding. So in that context, the leader will resolve. No. It is a common purpose. Forget about this. This is, why do say like this? Why do say like this? No, this is better to do like this. Then lead by example. The leader will give example. In that school, for example, you are working in the school. In that school, they have done all these, and therefore they get the Rashtrapati Puraskar, President Award, or Governor Award, or their performance is better, something like that. Contribute to the group by advancing useful suggestions. So sometimes every member is requested to provide suggestion, not nonsense suggestions. So, sir, आपको खाई भली दोना नहीं. Suggestion for the achievement of the goal. So concrete suggestion like that. Then here, with the background of different leadership style, a questionnaire is given. Those, let me tell you, if some of you want to do research work on leadership style. You can make use of this questionnaire. This is having 30 questions items. This has been, and this is prepared to know what leadership style you have or one has. So therefore, different items are there, and the scoring procedure is given. And after scoring, so the range is the lowest range is 10 because under each there are 3 areas of leadership style. One is authoritarian style, another is page 32. Have you your material with you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, page 32. That the last part of this unit. It has this questionnaire has been prepared keeping in view 3 types of leadership style. One is authoritarian, another is participative, another is delegative. So total items are 30, equally distributed. That means in each style area 10, 10, 10, 10 items. So authoritarian type 10, participative 10, delegative 10. It is prepared on a 5-point scale. 5-point scale. That is almost always true, frequently true, occasionally true, seldom true, almost never true. That means the score ranges from 1 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5-point scale. So high score is 5 for each item, low score is 1. If that is like that, under each style of leadership, how many items are there? 10. 10, 10, 10. 10, 10, 10. So in each area of style of leadership, minimum score is 10. 10 items, 10. Maximum item is 50. 10 into 5. 10 items, the highest value is 5, 50. So therefore 10 to 50. This is a range. Now, whether you are an authoritarian style or a participative style or delegate style, that can be known from your highest score in that area. For example, your in case of authoritarian type, can anyone tell me which items relate to authoritarian? Item number 1, item number 4. देखो तो नहीं?
Again, sir. Item number 1, 4, 7,
4,
10,
7, 10, 13, 16, 19, 22, 25, 28. For example, tell me any item from this number. Any item from your mind? For example, 16. 16. Let us go to the 16th item. The item number 16 is, when something goes wrong, I tell my employees that a procedure is not working correctly and I establish a new one. So if it is given 5 or any item given 5 under this, which one? 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 15, 16, 19, 22, 25, 28. If the most of the scores it is more than 40, then that leader is authoritarian style of leader. Similarly, participative. For example, item number you take 2 or 5 or 8. 2, 5, 8. What is the item number 2? I always try to include one or more employees. Involve participatory. 5. I ask for employees' ideas. Employees' idea means not my idea as a leader. All the members, what is their idea? 5. That is, so therefore, if the score is highest here, then it is participated. Then score highest meaning more than 50, more than 40. Similar delegative. So this is how you can know what type of leader you are. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, let us come to the last unit of this block 2. Then we will go to third. Hurry, please.
Sir, if someone has nearly similar score in all the 3 styles, then to which
No.
style it will belong?
No, it will not be like that. It will not be like, because when you score it, here it is 5, here it is 4, it will not be like that. you score it. It will not happen. All right, Shiki, you are telling
Okay,
like
sir.
that. Tomorrow, the day after, my class is in Thursday, Friday. That is 27, 28. So tomorrow is there is no class. Day after tomorrow is not no class. So you get it Xerox. Then you make tick mark. Question number 1, for example, let me tell you, because you are now don't see the scoring procedure. Don't see the scoring procedure. For example, Siki, question number 1. Material अच्छी तरह पकड़े.
Yes, sir.
Page 29. Question number 1. I always retain the final decision. एटी कोउटा तमे को ठीक मारिवो. Always almost always true or frequently true or occasionally true कौन कौन मत को कोट मारियो ठीक.
Occasionally true.
ओके मन तो कोटा को नंबरटा 3 नंबरटा.
3.
हाँ ता 3 पाइलो. तामे एई एक नंबरटा कहारो. एक नंबरटा होची कोरो ना अथॉरिटेरियन लो. ताने एक नंबर आइटम स्कोर 3. देखो तने जा पेज 32 को जा.
हाँ, sir.
हेला ना तने एक नंबर तुम स्कोर तुमरे देले रेस्पोंड ता स्कोर हला केते 3 हला.
3.
हाँ तापरे 2 नंबर जाय. I always try to include one এটা একো কো ঠিক মারিও.
4.
4 তাহলে বর্তমান 2 নম্বরটা কোউট আছে না আমরা আছে পার্টিসিপেটর এটি পাইলো 4 এরিকো করিক স্কোরিং কর দিও.
हाँ.
স্কোরিং কেবে সমান হব প্রায় হব নাই. ধরি নিও অথরিটারিয়ান হেলা 45 পার্টিসিপেট হেলা 50 এমিতি হেকি আমার টোটাল স্কোর কেতে 150
50.
150 মানে টোটাল.
हाँ. 3टा एक मिसी.
हाँ 30 गुणन 5 150 150 को 50-50 ହେଇଛି. ତେଣୁ 50-50 ସବୁ ହବ ନାହିଁ. ତମ ସ୍କୋରିଂ କଲେ ଜାଣିବ. ତେଣୁ ସେଇଠି ଜାଣିବ. ଧରି ନିଅ 150 ରୁ ଅଥରିଟାରିଆନ ହେଲା 40 ପାର୍ଟିସିପେଟିଭ ହେଲା 50 40 90 ଇଏ ହେଲା 60. ତାନେ ୟୁ ଆର 60 ହବନି ଇଏ ହବ ସେ 50 ଭିତରେ ରହିବ ନା. ମ୍ୟାକ୍ସିମମ୍ 50 ଇଏ ଧର ହେଲା 50 ଇଏ ହେଲା ଧର 40 90 ଏମିତି ହବ ବା ମ୍ୟାକ୍ସିମମ୍ 50 ହବ.
ट्रिपलेट लेखा अछि माने सेम टाइप रो 3टा लेखा क्वेश्चन अछि. गोटे यदि 5 ले सेदिरे 5 आ गोटे रे हेई पारियोनी.
हाँ जदि 50 लेखा 3टा हला 50 ता माने एई जो लीडर थी तमे हो जो 3टा को गुरुत्व दउछ. किंतु सीमित हबो नाही. आमे जिन गंती 1 पॉइंट दो रिलेशनशिप हाईएस्ट स्कोर वैल्यू होची 1 पॉइंट कोरिलेशन हुएनी 0.9 0.8 हुए 1 पॉइंट हुएनी एटा परफेक्ट कोरिलेशन. एटी परफेक्ट सीमित हबनी. स्कोरिंग कल जानि जदि हला भी आमे कहबा this type of leader gives equal emphasis on authoritarian, participative and delegate style because of the situation. So this is a situation style leadership.
Okay, sir, got it.
हाँ केतबे कोन सिचुएशन अथॉरिटेरियन हो तो कोन सिचुएशन पार्टिसिपेट हबो कोन से डेलीगेट हबो. तेनु तमे 3टा को मिसे देलो जदि इमते हला. ओके
Okay, sir.
अच्छा. Then last unit at transformational leadership in education management. That because in case of education you are education system, not education, the system of education you are managing. Many things are there. Political leaders might be influencing. Your teachers might be creating problem. Some students might be creating problem. Your members of the villagers community member, they might be creating problem. But you have to manage. Our goal is there. Your school or your college is established to get the goal achieved. So therefore, you have to bring about some changes in the system. Therefore, this transformational leadership in educational management starts with the development of a vision, a view of the future that will motivate and change the followers. So, in spite of all these problems are just like Abhimanyu Badha. There are different from still Abhimanyu is not fearing. Similarly, the head does not get feared. Not so he knows or she knows that these are the problems, but I have to work. Now he appraised the colleagues. So I know that some of the teachers they might say, sir, you are telling like this, will work. What political interference may be there? So many times in my time, I have seen, seen that when some student has to be detained, not allowed to pass. Say अष्टम समय फेल रहिला पेरेंट्स आसो देखा कहीं मो पु फेल करदेले मो पु पास करिवो ए बहुत पॉलिटिकल इ हबो अरे तुम now the headmaster says your son has secured 0 in mathematics, 2 in English, 1 in Odia, total mark is 10 out of 600. How you expect that he should be promoted to next class? No, I want. So there is some problem. So now, does it mean that you will run away from the school? No. Let the parents come. Let the community members come. Mind a teacher. Do you think that this is the student who has been detained? Is it not justified? Now, yes, sir. Now we will convince. So therefore, sometimes you have to be strong. So we can say, transformational, your page 36, first 2 sentences. Transformational leadership occurs when a leader transforms or changes his or her followers. Why? Why should you bring changes among the followers? To achieve your goal. In 3 important ways that together result in followers trusting. What are 3 ways? One is ABC. A, transformational leaders increase subordinates' awareness of the importance of their task. Subordinate means those who are working. For example, you are the headmaster. Who are your subordinate? Your teachers. You can appraise them. What is some tasks are given? My dear colleagues, you have been given this task. You have been given this task. So the purpose of giving this task to you is like this. So therefore, you must be aware that how important is the task for you. So you should get it completed. Be serious. And the importance of performing them well. I expect you will be serious and you will be performing well and complete the work done in time. Nabo, is there any problem, Nabo? You are raising hand. Nabo Kishore? No. Second, make their team members aware of their needs for personal growth, development, and accomplishment. When the goal of the organization is to be achieved, realized, that does not mean that it will be at the cost of the personal growth, development, accomplishment. For example, you have given 1 month to the group members to get it complete. One project is given, and each member of the group has been told to get it complete by 1 month, within 1 month. And the tasks are assigned and well told how it is important. But within that 1 month, for example, one teacher has been invited to participate in a state level say discussion. For example, regarding implementation of new education policy, regarding national curriculum framework. That is also more important. When the teacher says, sir, I have been invited by NCERT or by SCERT to participate. Should the teacher, headmaster say, no, our group work is more important? No. If he is a transformational leader, had I been in, or had you been also, you should be happy. Yes, I am proud of you that you are a member at the national level. My school, the name of the school goes beyond. So you go participate. Let you come back, then we will do. For example, I will tell my experience. When I was the principal in Koraput, Chitti Koraput, DAV Chitti Koraput, demonstration was going on. The students will go for teaching. We will show how to teach. Then the students will go for criticism. Then after that, they will go for actual school teaching. In between, one of my colleagues, now he is the principal in Sambalpur Training or PMI, now Professor Dibakar Sarang. He was invited by NCERT to take part in some program for 5 days. Then he requested, all my colleagues said, no, sir, demonstration is going on. I said, forget about your demonstration. One of my colleagues, if he has been invited by a national body, how important, there are many colleges, only one member from Odisha, from Koraput. It is my proud privilege. So nobody from IRNIC, PMIC, nobody from Nalindavi. But from Koraput, he selected, means this is the greatness for us. Let me go. Then he said, sir, should you allow me? I said, 100%, 100%. This is our institutional pride. You go. So therefore, sometimes when things are going on, but I want to transform. When he returned back, I said, please appraise what has gone there. What did you learn? How your experience, which you have acquired, can help us for the institutional development. Every institution does a plan. Institutional development plan. Institutional development plan. You tell me your input, which can be injected into the plan so that we can have a good plan. We can use that plan for the development of the institution. Then when he returns, he was very happy. Sir, it is because of you have relieved me. No. It is not you or it is not me. It is a transformational leader who has to do. I want the leader wants change. I said, no, is it not that you have come with a new insight? Yes, sir. Then when you have come with a new insight, it is not your personal property. It is the property of the institution. You are doing something good for my institution. Out of 13 B.Ed colleges, training colleges, if one of my colleagues has been selected, it is my proud privilege. Therefore, then you can only saying, oh, my colleagues should transform. How is it possible? You are not looking for the personal growth. Similarly, if somebody is working hard, within that, she is suffering or he is suffering, he is under medical treatment. Can you say, no, come. No, you go for medical. He or she, the member might say, sir, I am suffering, it is not possible, I am feeling weak. No, doesn't matter. Man is more important than material. Material is not important, man is important. You take rest. Then when you feel all right, come back. All right, I will redistribute your work to other some members. Please take rest. Then that gives a sense of satisfaction. That member will tell, yes, my leader is taking my personal care, so I will take care of my institution. Like that. Then motivate their team members to work for the good of the organization. Always you motivate. That is how, if you are seriously interested for the improvement of your institution, you must be transformational. You must motivate your learner. Motivate your workers, motivate your members. I never say that my lectures are working under me. No, I say we are working with each other. Nobody is under. Who is under? So therefore, working with, the tone is something different. When the principal say, you are working under me, but when the principal say, you are working with me, the tone is different. The people who we are told, you are working with me, they will be motivated to work. They will contribute their best. Is not it? Because we are working with, not under. We are nobody. Don't feel like that. Anyhow, so therefore, let us come to now the question is, what necessitates that the leader should be a transformational leader? Because we are living in the age of globalization. There is global changes. How can we remain away? New things are coming. Therefore, the demands of the educational institution, they are also going to change. Therefore, if you do not learn, you won't earn. If you do not learn, you won't earn. Therefore, we want earning. Therefore, learning is essential. So therefore, educational management urgently demands a paradigm shift. Gone are the days, for example, gone are the days, you just take up the case of teaching. In my time, already I have told you, thatched house, floor, we were sitting on the floor, and the teachers were very excellent. The teachers were using mouth and using chalk and duster, blackboard, writing on the blackboard. Can you make use of that in the present context? We are talking about globalization. We are talking about ICT, as of education technology, ET. So you have to make use of that. In the age of education technology, Either hardware or software you are using. Not if you do not use, and you are using mouth. When the teacher is using mouth, the students will give their face to south. They will not be attentive. So therefore, you have to take use of computer. You have to make use of computer, internet, smartphone for education purpose, not for entertainment. Anyhow, so therefore, Keating and Sand, the new education management according to Keating and Sand should have the following. Now, when we are talking about new education management, because of the changing scenario, so a focus on results, performance, how best we can do. We cannot rely on the old traditional obsolete things. So a decentralized management. Gone are the days when the headmaster had the feeling that I am Brahma. No, all should participate. Decision making is not yours. Decision making is not one man show. It is a question of everybody's show. So therefore, that one-way traffic time, one-way traffic days have gone. Therefore, many sided like that. A greater focus on provision of choice for students. So the students should be given choice. Still it is not there in our still somehow more choice is given. The flexibility to explore more cost-effective alternatives. You might sometimes the teacher says, "Sir, we'll do like that," but our funds are limited. The headmaster can say, "Oh, it is a welcome feature. It is a welcome suggestion." But see, Mr. Teacher, our funds are limited. So therefore, within the available funds, whatever you can do, you can do. Accountability of the results. Whenever something goes wrong, the teacher should be held responsible. Therefore, education management should take care of all these factors. Already I have told you, now this is the time of globalization. So now India is no more in India. India should rely on other countries. Now you know that in the context of, I am not talking about bilateral relationship, foreign exchange, something like that. I am not talking about that. For example, in the case of education, our Odisha government, you must have heard, our Minister Dharmendra Pradhan, he had declared that some of the centers of excellence will be declared, and those centers will be established, created in foreign countries. Similarly, some chairs will be established, something like that. Now things are going on. We bring some experts from foreign countries, America University or European German. You will be also, we are sending our Indians. So there will be free flow of the educational innovations, ideas. Similarly, you are in the context of India, your school has some advantages my school does not have. Your schools have some limitations. My school has all those conditions. Why not we exchange all those? So therefore, exchange programs at the national level, at the international level, in the field of education is possible. Therefore, globalization of higher education, because of globalization of higher education, such kind of things have happened. For example, in the national education policy, Tapan can tell me if or anybody can. National education policy 2020. There are four areas. One is school education, higher education, then tertiary education, and that is how to make it happen. Do you know? It has suggested how much percentage of the GNP it will be spent on education.
Sir, how much?
What is the total budgetary provision on education?
Sir, 6%.
6.4. 6.4. So those who have suggested education policy, they said if we sincerely want that things should happen effectively, then our budgetary provision should be 6.4% of gross GDP. So therefore, like that, because we are spending more and more, gradually we are spending more and more amount on education, maybe elementary, maybe secondary, maybe higher education. Therefore, similarly, information and communication technologies, this is the time of information and communication technologies. We cannot do away with. According to Dede, page 40, according to Dede, one of the most important attributes that distinguishes leaders from managers is vision. That is your how now the managerial role has gone. Now you have to think of, you have to feel like that you are a leader. Leaders create and convey compelling images of how our reach is much less than our potential. Our potential is important. Whatever abilities, whatever capacities, whatever the manpower we have, that need to be attended to, that is to be developed, so that we can accomplish the things well. Educational management at the present, in the present time, is important area of concern in the education system. Anyhow, with this background, let us understand, conceptualize, or make an analysis of leadership. Already I have told you, I'm repeating. Leadership is the page 41, 7.5. Leadership, third line. Leadership is the process which involves relationship, and therefore it cannot exist in isolation. So therefore, leadership has three variable components: a leader, follower, and a situation. When you are working as a leader, that means that means you can have some skills, leadership skills. Then your followers are there. Somebody must be there. They must follow you as a leader. They will accept you as a leader. And a situation, a context, a framework. Where you are a leader? You are a leader in the class. You are a leader in the institution, at the institution level. You are a leader at the national level, like that. So you must know. According to Woods, leadership is not just a set of freestanding action. It is not a linear process. Linear process means asibi pathapade master dekhibe kahlag na. You must go beyond, following from a leader to the follower, but it is also collective entity which that means you must not see that individuals are working on, but you must see that everybody is participating. Similarly, Doyal, leadership is the development of people, not the task. Important, yes, development of people. When the task is important, but when the people are developed, ultimately, automatically, instantaneously, they will take care of the task. But when you are taking up the, just suppose, if you are taking care of the task, neglecting the people, nothing, something substantial will happen. So you will take care of the people, then people will take care of the task. And when people take care of the task, then the goal of the institution will be realized. Then functions of leadership, for example, 42, set goals. Because you are the leader, you will tell this is our goal, so that others will accept it. Then organize the institution and design programs. Yes, you are the designer. Make policies. Say these are the policies, how to do the things. For example, policy of meeting the parents. Why? Now, most of the students, they are not performing well. So this is the policy. What is the policy? Now, after the class is over, after the school is closed, 4 or 5, we can meet. Or on even on the Sundays or holidays, we can meet. But without disturbing the routine classes. Give guidance, direction. Whenever the members are there with some dilemma, you can procure, manage, and allocate resources. How to get the resources will be allocated, but from which source you can get. So you can think of create a conducive and favorable environment. So you cannot allow the people to quarrel with each other, doing nothing, not something substantial, for providing not providing constructive suggestion. So if it is happening, then it will affect your goal achievement. So therefore, you must create conducive, attractive environment, stimulating environment. Monitor progress. Yes, to what extent the things have gone. What is not? If it is not done, why not done? What is the hurdling task in the progress? What hurdles represent the institution at the different forums? Now you are not only the head of your school or college. You can go to the state level. You can go meet the DO, BO. you can meet the minister, you can meet the community members, MLA, MP, like that. So you can go. Because why are you meeting? Not for your personal gain. You are meeting these people at different levels, at different boards, in different for different purposes, so that you can achieve your goal. So therefore, different styles of leadership are required. Already, you know, I'll just for all these purposes, because you want to transform your institution, you have to make use of different styles. Two styles have been talked about. One is your traditional style, leadership style. Another is your facilitative. The facilitative is important. What is traditional leadership style? It is the kind of leadership which we have been following over centuries. It involves top-down communication. That means whatever the headmaster says, that is all about. No sharing, no discussion, no suggestion from the no. It is top-down. No. Top communication, centralized control, directive behavior, direction is given. Teacher, you have to do. So the voice of the teacher are neglected. Murchana, is there any problem?
No, sir.
Online. So therefore, the traditional leadership encourages yes man. All the teachers, all the lecturers before the principal, yes sir. But the principal is saying something wrong. Why not you say? Transfer so it is not. This is not all. This is not all which will help you in the achievement of your goal of the institution or organization. Rather, facilitative leadership. To facilitate. In this type, the leader uses facilitation technique to encourage discussion and team decision making. Yes, the leader will facilitate. No. Let us take a decision. Let us take the stock. Let us take the stock of the opinion of all people. Then you can arrive at it. Then share team decision making. Then shared meaning making and decision. That means from the everyone's opinion. Now you can write down on the blackboard. Mr. A said like this. Mr. B said like that. All the 10 members said like that. But now you can say, my dear friends, if you do all this, it will be time taking. It will take much fun, something like that. So better one or two. If I say this is more important, we can do. Now this is share. So that will facilitate. Then new leadership theories are there. Systemic leadership. The system will be better. Systemic leadership. Systemic leadership is a concept that is based on using general system theory to leadership. In this theory, the accountability is built at a holistic level. That means it is not individually, the accountability is not there. You are 10 members. You have been assigned the work. Those works, if completed, that will lead to the achievement of the goal. If the goal of the organization is not achieved, it is not individual responsibility. The whole group will be responsible. So accountability fixed. Why it is not done? Let us analyze who was responsible, like that. Then transactional leadership. The main idea of transactional leadership is based on the fact that when a job or the environment around the followers fail to create and maintain due motivation or satisfaction, the leader will take action through clarification and expand. Now, if something goes wrong and some people are not motivated to work, some explanation can be called for, or some clarification need to be. So therefore, in spirit, we can say, I will look after your interest if you will look after my institution. So therefore, this is how you are transacting, you are exchanging ideas. If you do for the good of my institution, I will take care to make you good your personal level, at the personal level. Then transformational, that is transactional. This already we have known. Transformational leadership is a process that changes and transforms individuals. It is concerned with the values, ethics, standards, long-term goals, like that. So that is more important for a particular organization. Now, overview of changes in how concept of leadership is changed. You just see, it, up to present from 1940, trade theory, behavioral theory, situation theory, power, influence, cultural, symbolic, cognitive theories, then new leadership theory. All these theories, they have been used according to the time from particular period. For example, from 1980 to present, cognitive theory, leadership is a social attribution. 90 to present, new leadership theory, leadership is linked to organizational building, transfer. Now we are using transformational leadership. Why? The transformational leadership is important. Why? According to Burns, page 46, transformational leadership refers to the process whereby an individual engaged with others creates a connection that raises the level of motivation and morality in both the leader and the follower. Our target is achieved. People are motivated. The people are morally strong. Not that the target is achieved in an immoral way. No. Morality is taken care of. Value-based, values, standards, norms are to be taken care of. And also you are motivated. And if with all these perspective the goal is achieved, then it is due to transformation or transformational leadership happens. So it is the process that changes and transforms individuals and is concerned with values, ethics, and ultimate goals. So therefore, transformational leadership involves assessing followers' motives. What is the motive of the members? Satisfying their need and treating them as full human beings. So if you feel like this, you are all human beings, your interest is taken care of, then whatever changes you want as a leader, that will happen. Not that I want a transformation, but nothing, something care is taken care of your people. No, you have to take care of their value systems, their attitude will be surveyed. Then types of transformational leaders. Maybe, for example, it has been told Mahatma Gandhi is the greatest example of transformational leader. Why? India got independence not by using blood, not using sword, but by the mechanism of non-violence. It has created havoc among the leaders of the whole world. So they thought that is it possible that we can achieve our goal without bloodshed? It has Gandhi shown non-violence, ahimsa, like that. So Gandhiji has been accepted as a transformational leader. For example, there are many other Anna Hazare, something like that nowadays. So the Burns model of transformational leader describes several types of transformational leaders, like intellectuals, leaders, a leader devoted to seeing ideas and values that transcend the practical needs of all. With an intellectual leader, there is high moral purpose and vision that can transcend. Unless the leader is intellectually strong, it is because of intelligence you can transfer, you can change the people motive, you can change the people's interest. So therefore, sometimes it is said that it is better to administer like a fox than a lion. It is better to act like a fox than a lion. Because why? Lion खाली गर्जन करिवो किंतु कुकुरशाला खाली चंचही बुलिकी काम करी खसी पळेबो. So like that anyhow. Then reformer, definitely every leader wants that. Every transformational leader wants some kind of changes, some kind of reform. So reform leader can transform part of society to realize a higher standard. Not so through your school, when you are changing the attitude of people working in the school context, that will lead to the social change also, social reform. Then a revolutionaries, a leader that may ask followers for the ultimate sacrifice. Yes, Siki, raise hand. Any problem?
No, sir. No, sir.
No, you are raising hand. Okay.
Sir,
Then revolutionaries. The revolutionary leader asks for change to the whole society. So how we can bring changes economically, for example, green revolution. Now we talk about white revolution, Kiro, white revolution, green revolution, pollution free, like that. So how can we talk about? Now we want sustainable development. Then charismatic or hero. Uh, this is the ultimate form of transformation leader. The charismatic leader is viewed as a hero among followers. That means whenever you have all the attributes as a leader, then the rest of the followers, they will accept you, otherwise not. Then what are the special qualities of a transformation leader that has been talked about in page 47? The qualities of transformation leaders as per Cesar Menthorn include vision, futurist outlook, charisma, heroes or enthusiasm, faith, symbolism, hero offering special rewards and holding spontaneous and planned ceremonies. Symbolism, that is the symbol of your strength, excellence, celebrate excellence, empowerment, helping others to develop and perform, removing performance obstacles. That means whenever there is some problem regarding the achievement of something, you remove it. What are the obstacles? Intellectual stimulation. This is also more important. Sometimes you will stimulate. You will create a vibrant condition. Gaining the involvement of others by creating awareness of the problem. That means whenever the people are solving the problem, they might be discussing. You can encourage. Yes, yes. You think of something more. It is. You are at the surface level. Please go beyond. You are at the bottom. So think of something more to go to the top. Then stirring their imagination. I'm sometimes going to ignite the imagination. Your Abdul Kalam said, ignite. Swapna dekho. Swapna ko sakar dinare. रात्रे खाली स्वप्न देखले हेबनी ताको किमि साकार करिया पड़ियो यू कैन थिंक ऑफ ताको सेटा तुम स्वप्न को आसे उचित सो इग्नाइट योर इमेजिनेशन स्फुलिंग सृष्टि हो तुम कल्पना रे स्फुलिंग सृष्टि हो हाउ कैन वी क्रिएट देन इंटीग्रिटी दैट वैल्यू बेस्ड योर पर्सनालिटी बीइंग ऑनेस्ट credible acting consistently out of personal conviction that means as a person you must be convinced that unless and until this is done I will not leave the institution. So like that. So you should be honest like that. Similarly, Conger and Kanungo said, high self-confidence, ability to articulate a vision, and then a risk-taking attitude. Yes, this is more important. It is not that you will not take risk and you expect some very high achievement. No, it is not possible. Sometimes some people say, sir, when I see, I also can tell my situation. When the old foundation was there for 30 years. So I thought why not the old foundation be used for new construction? But my colleague says, sir, you will be shortly retired, only 1 year ahead. So don't take risk. This is risk taking because this is the old foundation. If the new building, because 30 lakhs has come. So I said, if the new building is constructed, it requires 50 lakhs. If the old foundation is taken care of, then 30 lakhs will be completed. We can have 7 to 8 rooms. But when I said this before my colleagues, they said, no, sir, you are going to be retired. Don't take risk. It's very risk taking. Then I said, no. Let me think about. Then in the night time, when I was going to bed, I was thinking, how best I can do so that people can remember that I have done something for my institution. The next day, for the grace of God, something comes to my mind. I went to the executive engineer of Koraput building. Then I said, then he said, sir, yes, sir, it is risk taking. Yes, sir, if you are interested, then one thing you can do, you can make a resolution that for the greater and better interest of students and for the institution, the old foundation may be used for a new construction. You get it signed by the students and the staff. Then I convened a meeting, staff meeting. Then all are somehow agreed. They put their signature. I went to the students. All the 100 students, they put signature. I kept it. Then I've done. Now the new principal is enjoying. I said, now you are enjoying. You are telling that it will be risk taking. Then he is smiling. No, sometimes you take risk. You are not taking risk for your personal gain. You are taking the risk for the institutional development. So here is the problem. If you are very clean from the core of your heart, nothing, something wrong will go. I believe. Then use of unconventional strategy. Don't use conventional. Be unconventional. Be modern. Because things are going on. Perception of leaders as change agent. Yes, I am a leader not to see the followers give the instruction something. No, I want through my followers, through my group members, I will bring something change in my institution. In what direction? That you will decide. Therefore, the last paragraph, the basic characteristic of transformational leadership theory may be ideal, influence, dimension, inspiration, motivation, individualized conscious dimension. All are, I have told you, intellectual motivation dimension. So like that, this is all about your transformational leader. So now it has been told in page 51 page 7.11, transformational leadership, why we need. Already I have told you, it is only the transformational leader who can bring some changes in the institution so that new insights will come and the education and the institution will get better benefit dividends. Therefore, role of 7.12, role of transformational leadership in education management. Economic line thoughts, helping staff develop and maintain a collaborative and professional definitely cooperation. Then third, fostering teacher development. Whenever you are discussing among yourself, it is not one man business. What I do not know, when I talk with you, when I make exchange of my ideas, I could know from you. So therefore, I used to say, what you know not, I will not discuss. What you know, I will take care of that. What I know, you take care of me. ମୁଁ ଯାହା ଜାଣିଛି ତ ମତେ ଆଲୋଚନା କର, ତମେ ମୁଁ ଯାହା ନ ଜାଣିଛି ତାକୁ ନେଇ ହସନି, ଏ ସେ ଜାଣିନା ନାଇଁ କଣ ଜାଣିଛି, ଲୋକ କିଛି ଜାଣିଛି କି ଜାଣିନାହିଁ, ଯାହା ଜାଣିଛି ତାକୁ ଶିଖ। ତେଣୁ ଜଣେ ଦାର୍ଶନିକ କହିଲେ ପରା, ନାଇଁ ତାକୁ ଜଣେ ତାଙ୍କର ଶିଶୁମାନେ ପଚାରିଲେ, ଗୁରୁଜୀ ନା ଆପଣ ଏତେ ବଡ ଭଲ ଦାର୍ଶନିକ, ଆପଣ କେମିତି ଏତେ ଜ୍ଞାନୀ ଲୋକ ହେଲେ, ଏ ବଡ ଦାର୍ଶନିକ ହେଲେ, କେମିତି ହେଲେ, ଆପଣ ଗୁରୁ କିଏ? ସେ ଭଲ ଉତ୍ତର ଦେଲେ, ସେ ଦେଲେ ଉତ୍ତର କହିଲେ ପୃଥିବୀର ଯେତେ ସବୁ ମୂର୍ଖ ସେମାନେ ହଉଛନ୍ତି ମୋର ଜଣେ ଜଣେ ଗୁରୁ। ଶିଶୁମାନେ କହିଲେ କେମିତି? ସେ ତ ମୂର୍ଖ ନା, ଯୋଉମାନଙ୍କୁ ମୂର୍ଖ କୁହାଯାଉଛି, ଧର ଏକ୍ସ, ଜଣେ କହିଲେ ଏ ଏକ୍ସ ଟା ମୂର୍ଖ, ସେଠୁ ମୁଁ ଦେଖେ ସେ ଏକ୍ସ କୁ, ଏ ଲୋକକୁ କାହିଁକି ମୂର୍ଖ କୁହାଗଲା, ୟା ଭିତରେ କଣ ଗୁଣ ଥିଲା ଯାହା ଫଳରେ କି ଲୋକମାନେ କହିଲେ ମୂର୍ଖ। ତାପରେ ତାକୁ ଜାଣିଲା ପରେ ମୁଁ ମତେ ବିଶ୍ଳେଷଣ କଲି, ଆରେ ମୋ ପାଖରେ ସେଇ ଗୁଣ ଅଛି କି? ନା ହଁ, ନା ତାକୁ କାଢେ। ସେଇଠୁ ମୋ ପାଖରେ ସେଇ ଗୁଣ ଯଦି ଥିଲା ମୁଁ ତାକୁ କାଟିଲି। ତାପରେ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ମୂର୍ଖକୁ ଦେଖିଲି, ତାକୁ କାହିଁକି ମୂର୍ଖ କହୁଛନ୍ତି, ନା ତା ଆଗରେ ଏଇ ଖରାପ ଗୁଣ ଅଛି, ମୋ କତିରେ ସେଇ ଖରାପ ଗୁଣ ଥିଲା, ତାକୁ କାଢିଲି। ଯେତେବେଳେ ସବୁ ମୂର୍ଖଙ୍କୁ ମୁଁ ଆନାଲିସିସ୍ କଲି ଏବଂ ମୋ ମୂର୍ଖ ଆମେ କାଟିଲି, ମୁଁ ଜ୍ଞାନୀ ହେଇଗଲି। ସୋ ଆମେ ଯୋଉ କହୁଛୁ ନା ମୂର୍ଖ ମୂର୍ଖ ମୂର୍ଖ, ମୂର୍ଖ is that idiot is also your teacher. So none is not fun, none is always fun. So you have to think of how best I can take care of it. Anyhow, fostering teacher development, helping teachers solve problems. So you should allow the teacher to solve the problem. Sometimes the teachers have problems. As a leader, don't say immediate solution. Now you can say, all right, it is a problem, think about the solution, I am at your back, I can help you, but think of. Then what are page 52, what are the strategies for transformational leader which can be used in the educational context? Number one, visit each class every day. you are working in the school or any institution, you are the headmaster or the principal, you go and visit so that everyone's class, so that the teachers will be very aware of this. Oh, my head is there, I will be prepared. And when you are prepared, you will teach better, your classroom transaction will be better. Involve the entire teaching and other colleagues in the deliberative cooperative vision, teamwork. Help teachers work with effectiveness by actively seeking different interpretation. Now you can tell, my teacher, today I have visited your class in the staff common room when other teachers are there. You are teaching science and you are using this method. Why did you use this method? Now, he or she can explain, this is the region or these are the regions. Now you can tell other teachers. Now, do you think that the methodology he has used or she has used, Is it sufficient? Somebody may say, no, 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 sir, it is okay, no problem. Had it been like this, it would have been better. Now, you have come to the conclusion, if we use all these, we call it blended learning. Now we can blend if this, then it will be better. Nowadays, Tapan can say, nowadays quantitative research, qualitative research. Nowadays combined, we call it a mixed method. Quantitative method, quantitative method. Then the results arrived at from quantitative analysis, qualitative analysis, that can give a better picture of your situation. Anyhow. Then
Sir, for dissertation टा mixed method अछि, quantitative and quantitative.
qualitative. For example, तुमने स्टैटिस्टिक अप्लाई कर दो, रिजल्ट हैला ताकू हम कोन करिया ना एथोग्राफी हो किबा फिक्स्ड ग्रुप एफडी फोकस ग्रुप डिस्कशन हो किबा कोन हो ताकू हम देखिबा से प्रकृत खाली अंक कहला कोन देयर इज ए सिग्निफिकेंट रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन दिस एंड दैट अचीवमेंट एंड इंटेलिजेंस तमे जीवा इंटेलिजेंट प्लान को इंटरव्यू करबा दाकर अचीवमेंट भलो हेची ताके भलो हेनी ताके काई भलो ला देकी ताको कोरबोरेट करबा हां both quantitative and qualitative analysis, they strongly merge, and we come to the conclusion that this is the cross checking. खाली quantity कहले कोन हबो डाटा भूली पड़ता है किंतु क्वालिटेटिव डाटा कम भूल हबो हां सब्जेक्टिव इंटरप्रिटेशन हबो किंतु डाटा ऑथेंटिक हबो anyhow. Then use action research. Yes, action research, not fundamental research, because you are a teacher. You have to do many actions. You have to take many actions. You on the basis of the research. Research finds through research you can find out what are the ways through which you can solve your problems. And when you solve your problems and you take proper action, your teaching learning process will be effective and you can achieve your goal. Then find good initiative and event publicly. You can know survey the staff often about their experience. You can sometimes you can. Survey means you can convene a meeting, you can ask the teachers, what are the problems, how can I solve it, like that. Let teachers experiment. Yes. No, so sometimes the teacher says, sir, I am a teacher teaching humanities or arts. So there is no, yes, there is experimentation. In science, we can have experimentation, but in arts, something like that, we can have not exact experimentation, but we call it pseudo experimentation. We can go to field, we can do like your 2 classes, control group, extra group, we can do. Anyhow, bring workshop to your school where it is comfortable for all participants. So sometimes we can do a workshop to find out, to develop. For example, 5B model. Through workshop model, you can do how can you prepare the 5B model lesson plan. When hiring a new person as a teacher or staff, let them know you want them actively involved. That means sometimes new teachers have been appointed, so they do not know. So sometimes they fear the headmaster, fear the. Now you can know there is no problem. You can, as and when you feel any problem, you please talk to me, like that. Have high expectation of teachers and students, not only teachers, students also. So now. In a 2 months, bi-monthly, tri-monthly, you can convene student meeting, teachers meeting, that our institution, do you want that you should feel proud of your institution? Then how can you do? What can you do? You should do as a student. You can do as a teacher, like that. Inspiration. Use administrative mechanism to support it. Yes. Use administrative mechanism. For example, the teacher has problem. You can go to the DO and you can meet, this is the problem of my teacher. You can go and meet the minister. The teacher may not go. You can go. You can approach. So therefore, all these are the different strategies which can be used for the transformation of your institution. So with these words, I can say block 2 is complete. Then block 3, that is all about your decision making. Already I have told you, in the context of education management, for example, in the system of education, we have to make many decisions. For example, who will teach which subject, which student will be given promotion to which class, if there is non-detention policy, how many students, how many girls, how many boys will participate in the debate competition, who are the students who will be given prize, how many students will participate in the say national science exhibition, like that. So there are many decision making process. So therefore, block 3 is all about decision making in education management. This is your 4 units. We unit 8, 9, 10, 11. So the unit 8 is all about decision making. Now, what is that decision making? It is a decision making, page 7, block 3. Decision making is the process. Now, can you tell me when do we make decision? When there is alternatives, when we have options. Should I do this? Should I do not? For example, as I was telling you the example, when 5 proposals have come for marriage, for your marriage, proposal number 1, proposal 2, proposal number 3, 4, 5. You will not marry all. You will marry one. So which one? So decision. So that is making decision making when alternative options are there. So page 7, it has been told about decision making. Decision making is the process of recognizing a problem or opportunity and finding a solution to it. When there is a problem, you want to solve it, so you have to make decision. So whether this will work, whether this will work, whether this will, for example, there is student problem in your school. So now, first decision, second decision, third decision. Now, first decision. Let us convey the parents about the problem. These 5 or 7 students are responsible. So let us contact the parents of these 5. This is one. Second, this is option is let us convince those 5. Third, let us bring the members of the governing body and discuss. So there are many options. So you have to take a decision out of this. Now, why is decision taking? Why should we take decision? Decision taking is an inseparable part of any organization and education organization. So the reasons are follow the procedure, write down the possible points. Follow the procedure followed so far, constituted as team having representation, collected the number and nurture courses offered, invited industry representative. Now, this is how you are taking decision. Now, characteristic of decision making. Page 8. Number 1 characteristics is decision making is a continuous human process involving both individual and social context. Necessarily, we are making decision for the human beings. This is human process. So therefore, we must involve the individuals. They will suggest individual and also social context. The members from different, for example, political leader, economist, medical people, journalists, like that, having a different background. Then, when there are alternative solutions, then the need for decision making emerges. Already I have told you, we have to take decision out of many alternative solutions. Which solution is important? The main aim of decision making is to achieve some purpose. Had there been no purpose, there would not have been the question of decision making. So decision making lead to the achievement of purpose. Decision making is a logical process, step by step, with all rationale, with all justification. Why you are proceeding like that? Why are you telling this that this is the best method of solution? Decision making is a logical process emphasized on the sound reasoning and judgment, either inductive reasoning or deductive reasoning. Either you can proceed from the whole to part or part to whole, but some reasoning procedure must be used so that no one can say that the way you have solved the process, the decision which you have taken is wrong. Then the impact and scope of decision made by manager depends on the situation. So you are working in different situations. For example, you are working in a situation like co-education in some. Both boys and girls are there. You are working only boys. You are working as a leader in the girls. You are working in a tribal situation context. So decisions depend on that context situation, like that. For example, you are working in a school where all the parents are educated. Sometimes you are working in a school where all the parents, guardians are illiterate. So the decisions vary. But we want the achievement of the goal of the organization, but strategy will be different. It is goal oriented, directed towards the solution. Definitely, the target is solution of the goal. That is solution of the problem or attaining the goal. Decision may be accepted in a decision-making process either by a group of people or a single person in an organization. Yes, an individual can help in the decision-making process if you feel his expertise, or in a group. Better it is a group situation. And the process of decision, then difference between decision making and problem solving, it has been told, because the problem is solved. Therefore, through many decisions, you are solving your problem. So a decision is needed to be made, indicate that there are difference between what is desirable and the present situation. So problem solving is the process of identifying the gap between what should be and what is. What should be, for example, in the school there should be 7 teachers, 2 science teachers, 5 arts, like that. But actually there is 1 4. So therefore there is a problem. So what should be and what is present and ought to be, and then taking concrete. This process of problem solving involves 7 steps, and your how we think. Tapan can know it. John Dewey, in the book How We Think, the problem solving steps have been originally stated. Now it has been told like that. Identification of the problem. So you have to find out the problem. What is the source of problem? Why there is a felt need that we solve the problem. Then develop alternative solution. When there is a problem, you can think of all, we call it hypothesis formulation. We can think of different solutions. This can be solved, used for solution. This can be alternate solution. This can be, there are many options. Finalize the criteria to be used for evaluating possible solutions. Now, whenever you are deciding out of 5 solutions which can help us, you are selecting one, keeping in view the fonts and your time. Then you have to give justification. Somebody may ask you, why did you select this solution procedure out of 5? What is the justification? And this is the justification. So therefore, you have to tell. Then evaluate the alternative solution. Evaluate the alternative solution. So alternate solutions are there. If the first solution does not work, you can go for second. If the second doesn't work, you can go for the third. So you have to evaluate till your solution is arrived at. Choose an alternative. The best can be chosen. Implement the now that can be used. You have come to the conclusion that this can help us. Whether it is helping, this solution procedure can help us. Now that procedure can be used, implemented, whether then followed, whether it is working or not. Then monitor the process. Now when you are implementing, for example, you find that in a particular in the science class, the students are not doing well. They are not understanding the concept. Now you, all the members of the school and the headmaster leader, sit together. What can we do? Now some teachers suggested, first this is the web solution, this is the web solution, 4 or 5 solutions. Now out of 5, one can first adopt first one. For example, let us conduct experimentation so that the student can do better. Now you have the teacher teaching science, he was teaching using experimentation. After one, no improvement. Then alternative, second, the teacher should take the students to the laboratory and write down important point on the blackboard, and those who are good students, they can discuss. Then if this works, then you can say, oh, this is the best solution, alternate solution, like that. Then you have to monitor, and you have to follow. Then decision making in educational situation. Why? The main function of education management is to make education more effective. So therefore, you have to plan accordingly. So planning is a series of decisions. Whenever you are planning for the betterment of your educational situation, so therefore planning is essential. Whenever you are planning is what is planning? Planning is a series, page 9, second paragraph. Planning is a series of decisions made to create a roadmap for future. You are planning for the improvement of infrastructure for the future. So you are making a roadmap how to achieve our goal. For example, this year the number of students is 200. After 10 years, it may be 400. So how can you manage? So number of rooms will be increased, number of teachers will be more, number of science laboratory will be more. If hostel is there, the number of seats will be more. Like that, you must plan. So decision will be taken. Now, either at the individual level of decision, at the individual level or your group level, you can think of. Therefore, management processes no subordinate goals or value of its own. The pursuit of efficiency may be the mission. Therefore, we have to make decision at the different levels, either government level or the private level or at the district level or at the state level. Then types of decision making. One is strategic decision. Strategic decision. This is one type of. What is this? People occupying the top position in an organization will be involved in making critical decisions about which strategy are to be followed. Now, at the top level ranking people, they will be involved. What strategy will be involved so that our institution can get the solution of the problem and the goal will be achieved. Then tactical decisions. Tactical decisions are concerned with decisions to be made during implementation. When something is suggested, when the decision has been made, now you are using, you are implementing. So what are the problems that you can see? For example, decisions of midday meal. When you are implementing midday meal, what are problems? In the beginning, I still remember, more problems were there. What were the problems? The teachers were involved. Therefore, teaching was affected. Sometimes you have to bring midday meals from the block and only you have been given 2 rupees, something like that. But teachers said, so from the block, how can you bring no transportation charge? So there are many problems. Then third is operational decision. So these decisions are made in day-to-day activity. Every day, when the school is going on, when the college is going on, every day, because it is operating, it is functioning. The decisions are to be taken care of. For example, distribution of meal, its preparation, selection of food items under the given amount. So all these are every day. Because yesterday is not today. Today will not be tomorrow. So things will be there. I have seen regarding midday meal, when I was in Koraput, I was given in charge of supervision of all the 4 districts, Malkanagiri, Nabarangpur, Raigada, Koraput. In many schools, this headmaster says, sir, you just see, this is rural area, tribal area. The enrollment is 250. But actually the people, the student taking midday meal is more than 300. Why? Now small kids in the tribal area, when a student of class 1 or class 2 taking meal, his small kid, brother, just nearby school, they are age of 1 or 2 or 3, they are running to take. Can we say no? So from the humanitarian ground, we say take. So therefore, how can you manage? So this is also a problem. Sometimes we say to the other student, takes little bit amount so that we can manage. So these are practical difficulties, operational decisions. You are the headmaster, nobody will solve your problem. You will solve your problem. This is tama akhi bindu tame solve kariyo. Musa khali koi debi doctor koi do. Like that. It's very practical. Then programmed, non-programmed. So sometimes we are programming, planning. So let us see. Annual rights. Simple routine decisions such as ordering textbook, decision on which reference books are to be used, how much discount on to demand, what should be the annual raise of the employee, etc. Termed as program decision, because here decision maker is aware of both the solution and the outcome. That means the man who is taking decision, he knows what is the problem, what is the solution, he is aware of, and what is the outcome. However, decisions also need to be made in type of situation where neither the solution nor the outcome is known. For example, परीक्षा करे था बन्या आइला बंद करे program cancel. Cancelling the examination due to question paper leakage, postponement of entrance test due to sudden flood. So these are some of the examples of non-program. The examination was programmed, but a situation came, question is leaked, there is flood, unable circumstances. So now the decision is taken that let us stop it. So participants in the decision making. So who are the participants? The size of decision making group is an important element. It should, for example, maybe it is always advisable to be small. Why? In small you can make decision. If the group is large enough, 50, 60, 70, so there will be howling, there no decision, no conclusion. So therefore, it is always suggested that it is better to have a small size. Therefore, who are the participants in the second page 10, last paragraph? In case of strategic decisions, that means the kind of people to be involved depends upon the type of decision. For example, in case of strategic decision, people involved in the decision making group generally include analysts who can analyze, analysts whose basic role is advisory nature. They will analyze and advise. Sir, if it is done like this, it will be better. The stakeholder, who are the people with the interest in some possible stakeholders, those who are interested. Stakeholders means maybe parents, maybe villagers, maybe political leaders. Process managers, who are the specialists in the decision making process, like planners, like bureaucrats, like that. So then leadership versus management. Leadership means influencing others. Already I have told you, leadership means influencing others' decision in achieving the desired ends. But what is management? Management is maintaining efficiently and effectively existing organization arrangement. That means whatever is there, you are the manager, you are organizing. पाठ पढ़ा जीवो घंटे बाजे जीवो कि घंटा जी न बाजले कोन करे जीवो, that is your look of the leader. खाली हेडमास्टर ही बसी पड़ले हबोनी पिला आसी घोगा करते सर ए जेमिति किड्स कथा हैला. अरे if the student says complain, sir, look into the matter. Without looking into the matter, you are creating something problem. So managers, they do not look to the matter. Only पाठ पढ़ा हबो, स्कूल चलिबो, कॉलेज चलिबो, टंका आदाय हबो, खर्च हबो like so. This is your stereotype. But leader looks out how to bring improvement in my institution. Therefore, he influences. Therefore, following is a brief overview of the characteristics of different types of leaders. One is participant leader, transaction leader, post-modern leadership, moral leadership. The characteristics given, you can understand. Then another is your 8.11 forms of power that play a role in decision making. That means what type of power can be used when you are taking decision. For example, number one is positional power. When you are in a position, you can take. You are powerful. Is a legal or legitimate power. At the school or college level, principals or headmaster either regarded as legitimate, because at the head of the institution, you have the authority to take some decision. Another is your power is whose power? Authority of expertise. Authority of expertise. The experts often carries an aura of authority and power that can add considerable weight to a decision that rests on. That means those who have expertise. For example, professor of mathematics, he can take the decision regarding curriculum framework of mathematics. A man of psychology, he can be a member of the counseling committee, like that, counseling guidance counseling committee, like that. Then personal power. Individuals who are charismatic, possesses verbal skills, and have other characteristics may be able to exercise personal power. So when you can use your power, for example, Modi, because of his personality, because of his way of talking, because of his conviction. So therefore, those leaders who have charismatic possession, therefore they can. Another control of rewards. power is likely to be possessed to a significant degree by the individual who have control of rewards. For example, promotion. तमे प्रिंसिपल भल पाउनो, तमे हेडमास्टर भल पाउनो कि तुम प्रमोशन हबो, तमरो रेफरेंस से देबे ये भल टीचर, तमे राज्यपाल पुरस्कार पाइबो, allocation टिके हबो, फेवर हबो तम पाई क्लासेस मते टी कम क्लास देबे, सेहि तमे तमे हेडमास्टर भल पाउचो. So therefore the people who have the power of reward, giving reward, this is one. Then coercive power, giving punishment. Coercive power. Coercive power rests on the ability to constrain, to block, interfere, or punish. For example, you are the leader, you find that one teacher is always absent, or so not absent, late in coming. Now you can say, next time I will not pay your salary. I will not draw your salary. I would write for your transport, like that, coercive. Then control of resources. Control of the distribution of resources may be an important source about. Resources are among the most significant aspect of the policy process in organ. Whenever you are doing some policy, resources are required. So for example, you are the headmaster. Your top leader is your BODO. They say that headmaster, you are not doing well. So then your school name will not be recommended for Rajyapal Puruskar, something like that. You will not be given fund, something like that. So therefore, they can become the leader. So it is only time, not tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Then again we'll meet on Thursday. Then I have thought of on Thursday I will complete this block 3. On Friday I will complete block 4, communication, something like that. Is it okay? Should we close and wind up the session, or is there any query?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir,
अरे हाँ को
sir गोटे डाउट अछि.
हाँ को
सर असाइनमेंट जो हमको दिया है ता रिलेटेड
हाँ हाँ
तो दीटा असाइनमेंट क्वेश्चन मिलछि सर. एबे तो साइट रे डाउनलोड करले आसुछि से जो जनवरी जुलाई 2025 लिखा है छी.
अच्छा
आ गोटे लिखा है जनवरी जुलाई 2024 लिखा है छी. तो
हाँ
को असाइनमेंट क्वेश्चन हमें सॉल्व करी की सबमिट करू.
तुम एडमिशन बैच को बैच
एडमिशन बेस्ड मोर सर 23
24 दे दबो जे
सर
24 एडमिशन जे 24 25 दबो
जे 24 टा से 25 दो.
हाँ
सर मोर 23 24 रे फर्स्ट ईयर हैला.
फर्स्ट ईयर हला
हाँ 24
तमे
24 रे
तमे
फर्स्ट ईयर कंप्लीट.
तमे सेकंड दबो तो
हाँ सर सेकंड ईयर
25 दे दबो
25.
हाँ
हो सर जो कि जोड़े कांटेक्ट करथिले सेंटर को सेठी से माने 24 रो कहिले आ जोड़े 24 रो सबमिट करिया को जायथे तांकर रिटर्न कर देले एक्सेप्ट कर
नहीं
लेनी.
तुम 25 बोधे कहना तमे गोटे काम करो तमे कथा हो न तुम एठी भुवनेश्वर डायरेक्टर को
भुवनेश्वर रो कथा
हाँ तमे तो भुवनेश्वर करछो ना
कोरापुट अंडर
ତମେ କେମିତି ଏଠି କନେକ୍ଟ ହେଲ?
सर
ତମେ
हम सर
ତମେ କ୍ଲାସ ଆଟେଣ୍ଡ କରୁଥିଲ?
हाँ सर क्लास अटेंड कर लिया जी।
କିନ୍ତୁ କୋରାପୁଟ କିନ୍ତୁ କଣ ହଉଛି? ଏଟା ତ ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱର କୋର୍ଟ କରୁଛି ନା।
ଜାଣିନି ସାର୍ ଆମର ଯୋଉ ଗ୍ରୁପ ରେ ଲିଙ୍କ ଟା ଦିଆ ହେଇଥିଲା କ୍ଲାସ କରିବା ପାଇଁ।
ଇଏ କଣ ଆମେ ତ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ 3ଟା ଯୋଉ ନଉଛୁ, ଗୋଟେ ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱର, ଗୋଟେ କୋରାପୁଟ, ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ହେଲା ଅନୁଗୁଳ।
हाँ सर ମୁଁ କୋରାପୁଟ ଅଣ୍ଡରରେ ଆଡମିସନ କରିଛି ସାର୍।
ଆଚ୍ଛା, ତାଙ୍କୁ ଗୋଟେ ବେଟର ହବ, ଲତିକା ମିଶ୍ର ଅଛନ୍ତି, ତାଙ୍କ ରିଜନ ଡାଇରେକ୍ଟ ଫୋନ କରିଦେ, ମୋ ନା କହିବ।
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ତାଙ୍କ ଫୋନ ଅଛି ତ?
ହଁ ସାର୍ ଅଛି ନମ୍ବର ଅଛି।
ହଁ ବାସ୍, କହିବେ ବିଶି ମିଶ୍ର ସାର୍ ଆମେ କ୍ଲାସ ନଉଥିଲେ,
ହଁ ସାର୍
ଆଉ ସେ ମତେ କହିଲେ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ସାଙ୍ଗେ କଥା କରି ଆମେ କୋଉ ବ୍ୟାଚର କ୍ଲାସ ଦବୁ ଆସାଇନମେଣ୍ଟ, କୋଉ ମସିହାଟା ହେଲା।
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସାର୍
ହଉ ଠିକ।
ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ୟୁ ସାର୍।
ହଁ।